Alright, I wanted to give my thoughts on Samurai Jack. To be completely honest with you, I will be refunding this game. It is definitely not for me at all. I thought I'd talk about the things that I definitely dislike about it. As you see in the lower right hand corner, I have a little gamepad visualizer. If you guys watch my live streams, I use this pretty much every time I stream. So here's his basic S-string attack. Pretty standard 3-hit, 2 slashes and a kick. See it in pretty much every martial arts movie or Power Rangers and stuff. Now watch me try to push the B or circle button to dodge cancel out of it. You can see me mashing the button. That's how long it takes. You get locked into animations a lot and you just don't really have a lot of tools that can deal with it. Now, in the game's defense, there is this. It's in here somewhere. Hold on. There is this, which makes it so that you can guard cancel, but you're still going to get into situations where you want to dodge and you can't, because he is not responsive. Basically, without this upgrade and with dashing in general, there is no upgrade for dashing. I looked in here. I looked in here before I decided to make this video and just rag on the game. There is no option to make him dash cancel faster. So you definitely feel like you're constantly bombarded and you just don't have a lot of options to deal with anything. So I'm going to get into a fight right now. But first, I'll show some of how long some of the other cancel windows are. Here's a basic Helmbreaker. If you ever played a character action game, any good one at least, generally you have access to a move like this. You can see how long it takes it to cancel. Basically, you have to wait for the animation to be completely finished before he will cancel. There's also very little health in this game as well. A lot of people are reporting issues on the normal difficulty. I haven't had that much difficulty, but I just don't like playing games where I don't feel like I'm in full control. I definitely like character action games because it's kind of you versus the game, and you're supposed to have full control over the character. That's what makes them feel really responsive. Here in this game, it's like they want you to play like an actual samurai and focus on guarding more. The problems with that is that you have to grind to get the guard cancel. You cannot dodge cancel like I mentioned. And the window is actually really tight. It feels like maybe a royal release window in like DMC5 or something. It's pretty small, larger than the other games, but still small. So this is your main defensive option that you can rely on, but you have to grind for the ability to instantly guard cancel. And your dash is not that useful. So let's get into a fight. Now, I'm going to give a disclaimer. I know I'm going to get haters saying that I need to get good and stuff. I have 15 years of me doing crazy stuff in video games. I'm not terrible at video games. I may not be the best, but I'm more than adequate for games like this. And just the way this game's challenge works is not something that I particularly care to get proficient at. So, there's my defense.
So sure.
There is a weapon switch mechanic, but I don't quite understand how it works. The fist does feel a little bit better, but you still get locked into animations with this too. So you do have a running guard, which kind of helps, but at the same time it doesn't. So again, I am ragging on the game, but it does have a guard cancel that you have to unlock. Actually, the developer, one of the developers or someone involved with the game in some capacity actually posted in a thread on the forum, which I replied on the Steam forums. I'm sure you can probably find it. They said that their design philosophy was that it was too powerful, so they want you to grind for it. which is fine, but it still doesn't really get around the issue that you have to wait for animations to be completely done before you can cancel. The weapon switching is not freeform. It's not like something like like Neo or DMC, where you have specific points where you can guard cancel. In Neo, you have to wait until the key pulse window, but in DMC, you can do it instantly. It's not even like that here. It's like I think you have to be at like the end of a string. I'm not sure if you can actually do it when you don't have all the upgrades, but it's kind of clunky. You can really only do it at the end of combos. So, fortunately, that doesn't really help either. Perfect example right there. I can't guard or dodge cancel. Let me see if I can show how tight the parry window is. So I'm going to show a couple of these really long animations on being unable to be cancelled before I sign off. The fist does feel a little bit better, but it's still not as responsive as it should be. Like if I do the second part of the combo there, I have to wait for it to be completely finished. So you can see me mashing the button. It's not a timing thing either, you just have to wait until it's completely done. Overall, I think if you like Ninja Gaiden, you might like this game. Ninja Gaiden has a lot of the same characteristics here, but it definitely does feel unfair, especially since the parry window is very small. So they want you to rely on that, but it feels like royal release timing. The dash is just not responsive. It feels like sometimes, or most of the time, you get locked into an animation and someone can hit you. Regular bullets actually do induce hit stun in this game. It's not like most action games where weak bullets will just kind of produce a hyper armor property where you can just kind of walk through it but maybe get slowed down or something. Here, you get hit all the time, and because the character has the inability to cancel, it just doesn't really feel responsive at all. I could keep playing this and get this... I get mixed up which one it is. I could keep playing and get this guard, but I talked to Squillo and he said it doesn't really make the game much better. So I'm going to refund this. I'm sorry to the people that wanted to watch more of it, but the game was actively frustrating me, and I have been under a lot of stress in my real non-gaming life lately. I just don't really feel like wasting time on things that I don't enjoy. I don't know, maybe they'll fix the game. They are getting a lot of reviews saying the same thing. I thought it was just me. Admittedly, I'll be the first to admit that I have very high standards when it comes to video games. I've been around for about 30 years now, so I've played a lot of the best stuff in the genres that I enjoy, and it is hard for me to not compare games like this to them. And I just don't really enjoy playing this. I don't really feel like it is something for me. Some people are actually having a lot of fun with it, and more power to them, but for me, it does not have the responsiveness that I really enjoy. I can't really see myself playing this more than once, and even then, if I did, I feel like the issues would probably get more apparent as you get farther in the game, because if you're having problems with responsiveness on the normal difficulty, it's probably a lot worse on harder difficulty. That's generally how it works with other games that have artificial difficulty problems or responsiveness issues. Anyway, that's it. I am going to go ahead and refund this. Maybe I'll try it again when it's on sale, but the game has been actively stressing me out. It is not the type of character action game that I enjoy. I am not a fan of Ninja Gaiden for the most part. I did finish Ninja Gaiden 2, but a lot of people consider that game to be the decline of that series, or the beginning of the decline of that series. This game actually does have ex-Ninja Gaiden developers, so maybe that's why they wanted to be so stiff, but I've never really liked those games that much. However, that game did have the Tonfas, which had the Heavenly Justice cancels. And that weapon was right up my alley. Here, it feels like the closest you can get to that is the fist, and even then, you're still locked into animations pretty consistently. It just doesn't feel like I really have full control over him, and with the counter window being as small as it is, apparently you have to grind all the way down here for an expanded window. I don't really feel like playing the game that long for the chance to really enjoy it more. I think for the sake of my stress levels and you guys not wanting to hear me complain about something I'm visibly not enjoying, I'm just going to go ahead and refund this. So once again, I'll show how unresponsive the game is. He's just a sitting duck while doing most of these, unfortunately. It's just not for me. I'll catch you guys later.